61. Is definition of inputs includes capital goods? Answer: Option B. 62. A bill of supply can be issued in case of interstate and intrastate. Answer: Option A. A registered person supplying exempt goods should issue bill of supply instead of tax invoice. 63. How will the goods and services be classified under GST regime? Answer: Option A. Goods, HSN code service SAC. 64. The registered recipient must issue an invoice in the following cases: null. B. The supplier is unregistered and/or C. The goods or services received are notified for tax on reverse charge basis. 65. The time limit beyond which, if goods are not returned, the input sent for job work shall be treated as supply. Answer: Option A. 66. Which form is to be used for registration? Answer: Option C. Application for registration, other than a non-resident taxable person, a person supplying online information and database access or retrieval services from a place outside India to a non-taxable online recipient referred to in Section 14 of Th. 67. Input tax credit on capital goods and inputs can be availed in. Answer: Option C. 68. An invoice must be issued. Answer: Option A. 69. What is date of receipt of payment? Answer: Option C. 70. How many types of taxes will be in Indian GST? Answer: Option B. There are 3 types of taxes: 1. State GST, SGST, /Union Territory GST, UTXT. 2. Central GST, CGST, and 3. Integrated GST, IGST. 71. Business which has centralized registration under existing acts. Answer: Option B. 72. Whether credit can be availed without actual receipt of goods where goods are transferred through transfer of document of title before or during the movement of goods. Answer: Option C. 73. What is the rate applicable under CGST to a registered person being a hotelier opting to pay taxes under composition scheme? Answer: Option C. A registered taxpayer, who is registered under the composite scheme, will pay tax at a rate not more than 1% for manufacturer, 2.5% for restaurant sector and 0.5% for other suppliers of turnover. 74. PAN issued under the Income Tax Act is mandatory for grant of registration. Answer: Option D. As per Section 25(6) of the CGST/SGST Act, every person shall have a permanent account number issued under the Income Tax Act 1961, 43 of 1961, in order to be eligible for grant of registration. However, as per the proviso to the aforesaid Section 2. 75. What does I stands for in IGST? Answer: Option C. Integrated Goods and Services Tax, IGST, would mean the tax levied under IGST Act on the supply of any goods and/or services in the course of interstate trade or commerce. Integrated GST shall also apply to import of goods and services into I. 76. An acknowledgement must be given on receipt of advance payment in respect of supply of goods or services. Answer: Option B. 77. A person is entitled to take credit of input tax as self-assessed in the return and credited to electronic credit ledger on. Answer: Option B. 78. Input tax credit as credited in electronic credit ledger can be utilized for. Answer: Option D. 79. What are the taxes levied on an intrastate supply? Answer: Option C. When the place of supply of buyer as well as the location of the seller is in the same state, a seller must collect both SGST and CGST from the buyer. The SGST gets deposited with the state government, and CGST gets deposited with the central go. 80. Tax invoice must be issued by. Answer: Option C. 81. Under what circumstances physical verification of business premises is mandatory? Answer: Option A. 82. Maximum rate prescribed under UTX/SGST? Answer: Option B. 83. When can the transaction value be rejected for computation of value of supply? Answer: Option B. 84. In case of goods sent on sale on approval basis, invoice has to be issued. Answer: Option C. 85. Whether credit on capital goods can be taken immediately on receipt of the goods? Answer: Option A. 86. First announcement to introduce GST by 2010, is made in year. Answer: Option C. In 2000, idea of adopting GST was first suggested by the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government. In February 2006, first announcement of GST was made by the Union Minister during the 2006 to 2007 budget, that it would be introduced on April 1, 2010. 87. When can a registered person avail credit on inputs? Answer: Option C. 88. A continuous supply of goods requires one of the following as a must. Answer: Option D. 89. Which one of the following is true? Answer: Option A. Only a registered taxable person can collect GST. The taxable person must prominently indicate the GST amount on tax invoices. 90. Mr. A obtains new registration, voluntary registration, change of scheme from composition to regular scheme and from exempted goods/services to taxable goods/services. He can avail credit on inputs lying in stock. What is the time limit for taking said CR? Answer: Option A. 91. How a person can apply for registration? Answer: Option B. 92. Can a registered person under composition scheme claim input tax credit? Answer: Option B. No, a composition dealer is not allowed to avail input tax credit of GST paid to their supplier. 93. What deductions are allowed from the transaction value? Answer: Option A. Discounts given before or at the time of supply will be allowed as deduction from transaction value. Such discounts must be clearly mentioned on the invoice. 94. Can banking company or financial institution withdraw the option of availing actual credit or 50% credit anytime in the financial year? Answer: Option B. According to Rule 38 of Central Goods and Service Tax Act, banks, financial institutions, and non-banking financial companies, NBFC, engaged in business of deposits, extending loans, or advances have an option to avail an amount equal to 50%. 95. For capital goods, proportionate credit is allowed. Answer: Option A. 96. Whether depreciation on tax component of capital goods and plant and machinery and whether input tax credit, ITC, is permissible? Answer: Option C. 97. For an e-commerce operator registration threshold limit is? Answer: Option D. GST registration is mandatory for e-commerce operator or aggregator. 98. is the principal entitled for credit of goods though he has not received the goods and has been sent to job worker directly by vendor? Answer: Option A. 99. Can a person apply for registration without PAN? Answer: Option A. PAN is mandatory to apply for GST registration, except for non-resident person who can get GST registration on the basis of other documents. 100. What is location of supply in case of importation of goods? Answer: Option B. 101. What is the threshold limit of turnover in the preceding financial year for opting to pay tax under composition scheme? Answer: Option C. Businesses dealing only in goods can only opt for composition scheme. Services providers have been kept outside the scope of this scheme. However, restaurant sector taxpayers may also opt for the scheme. This holds true if your annual turnover is 102. Which of the following requires amendment in the registration certificate? Answer: Option D. 103. Banking company or financial institution have an option of claiming ITC. Answer: Option A. Banking companies or financial institutions have an option for claiming the ITC on the deposits and loans or advances to comply with actual rules or claim the 50% of the total ITC available in each month and the rest will lapse. 104. Matching of input tax credit on inward supply by recipient is undertaken with. Answer: Option B. 105. Which of the following tax is not subsumed in GST? Answer: Option B. Subsume means to absorb or include or place within something larger or more comprehensive group or class. With introduction of GST in India, it subsumed multiple indirect taxes of center and state both. 106. Place of supply in case of installation of elevator is. Answer: Option C. 107. If there is mismatch of supplier's outward supply and recipient's claim for input tax credit on the same transaction. Answer: Option A. 108. Can Mr. A avail credit on input services or capital goods held in stock, in case of new registration/voluntary registration? Answer: Option B. 109. What is the maximum rate prescribed under CGST? Answer: Option B. As per Section 9, 1, subject to the provisions of subsection 2, there shall be levied a tax called the Central Goods and Services Tax on all intrastate supplies of goods or services or both, except on the supply of alcoholic liquor for human. 110. Which of the following taxes will be levied on imports of goods and services? Answer: Option C.